and welcome to Hero Worship, your one-stop shop for all your superhero needs. Today we're giving you something to marvel at. We're currently at the launch party for the British Marvel Secrets exhibition, celebrating the little-known fact that a lot of Marvel's successful artists and writers come from the UK. The exhibition promises to have lots of signed artwork, movie memorabilia, Marvel memorabilia, and lots of tons of DVDs and comic books. Let's go take a look. After having a little wander around, we caught up with one of the driving forces behind this marvellous exhibition. We spoke to Hash from Urban Species to find out more.
We became friends with a company called Excelsior, and they have recently done all the art prints for Wembley Stadium and Arab Emirates Stadium. And we've been talking about it for ages, and one of the comics that actually got me back into comics around the year 2000 was The Ultimates, as you can see behind us.
Yeah.
Written by Mark Miller, designed by Brian Hitch, and I've always said I want to do an art show based on The Ultimates, because the content of The Ultimates is brilliant and the artwork is amazing. So just with that in mind, one thing led to another, and it continued, it snowballed into this massive event.
What can people expect to see at the event?
Well, first off, it first started with the Ultimates range, and then it's moved to other art ranges. There's Mr. Paul Aston, a very good friend of mine. We've been talking about with him doing an art exhibition for a while, so we took his ideas, brought his art range along as well, so we have two distinct art ranges. Then we've also got a bit of Marvel history. We have the history of British writers in Marvel, and we also, Xbox and Activision are giving demos of their new Spectacular Spider-Man game, which is going to be very, very cool from the looks of it. We're premiering the new Technics vs. Marvel Iron Man t-shirt as well. This event is tied in with the DMCs, the World DJ Championships. The Iron Man trailer will air at the DMCs. Everything's tied together, and Forbidden Planet are having a store because when something like this happens, Forbidden Planet just can't not be here.
On Hash's recommendation, we decided to hunt down his good friend Paul Aston. Oh, there he is. So Paul, how did you get into comic art?
I used to run the Animation Art Gallery in central London. I was there for 5 years. I loved the comic artwork aspect of it. Before that, I was a huge comic book fan from when I was like 5 years old. And from that, it's just kind of grown and grown, and now time was to strike out on my own. I thought, do something new and a bit different.
So can you tell us about some of the artwork you guys produce?
Absolutely. The idea behind it came from Urban Species, who are our creative partners, and they're very much based in street culture and that whole thing that happened back in the 80s when comic culture started influencing hip-hop culture. And these days, it's kind of come back full circle. And it's what we really love, and it's what got us into comics in the first place. So with these, what we wanted to do was take that idea of stencil art. You know, you kind of see like the Banksy-esque type pieces. Take that, turn it to something recognisable, comic book, and every image, it's comic book geek chosen. We've gone over hundreds of comic books, and it's been a labour of love to read them all, and then choose just the classic images, things that mean something. So when people buy one of these, it's chosen by people who love it, and it's not just generic product again.
After being at the exhibition a couple of hours, I finally decided to find my inner superhero. Sort of. With great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's got nothing on me. As well as fantastic artwork and one-of-a-kind clothing, there's also caps. Fantastic Marvel caps. We're talking to the guy who actually designs and paints all these wonderful items. So, Rudy, can you tell us a bit about your wonderful artwork?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, I take commissioned orders through Urban Species, the shop. People come in and say, you know, can I have a Wolverine ripping someone open on a cap? And I'll say, yeah, and then I'll say, what colour do you want it? And they'll say this colour, and I'll paint it in that colour. And I also kind of do a string, different kind of designs of like Marvel stuff for them, like T-shirts, you know, anything really, any kind of clothing, and also kind of like graffiti style, like canvases, big pieces, just anything really, anything that's required of me, I'll produce in a graffiti style Marvel fashion, if you know what I mean.
So you're a big fan of Marvel then?
I am now. I kind of fell into the Marvel thing through Urban Species. I was predominantly a kind of illustrator, graffiti artist sort of thing, and obviously I was also interested in the artwork with Marvel, but then I've picked up more of the kind of the Marvel, you know, the Marvel kind of like lifestyle and the understanding of like Marvel characters from the kind of demand on Marvel artwork, you know.
And of course there can be no launch party without speeches.
Can I get everybody's attention for a moment, please? I have Mr. Simon Phillips here, President of Marvel International UK, to give a little presentation to you guys of something very cool that I know everyone's going to enjoy. So everyone, please give a hand to Simon Phillips, please.
Thank you very much. Ash, thank you. This is a great event, and I want to thank Ash and Sarah for putting it together. So a round of applause to Urban Species. Thank you very much. What are we here for? We're going to talk to you tonight about Iron Man. We're actually going to show you some really exciting things that have only been seen once before. On Iron Man, you're going to see a trailer of the movie. You're going to hear from the cast who are going to talk to you more about the movie. And then Gustavo, who is the good-looking guy over there, Gustavo is going to unveil something very, very special.
So this is a little bit of the making of the movie.
From Marvel Studios, the company that brought you Spider-Man, X-Men, and the Fantastic Four, comes the next generation of superhero, Iron Man.
Okay, the exhibition is now in full swing, and we were just lucky enough to get to see a brand new, never seen before, I think or even second time seen before, featurette of Iron Man for next year. And wow, I mean really, wow, it looks absolutely amazing. He was like flying, and the jets, and the landing, and the shooting. It just looked absolutely fantastic, and I personally cannot wait to see Iron Man next year. So yeah, I'm going to head around now and meet some people and have lots more fun, but just, you know, look out for Iron Man next year, people. It's going to be big. It's going to be good.
I should be dead already. Unless it was for a reason. I just finally know what I have to do.
That doesn't look like a missile. What are you building, Stark?
I'm working on something big.
There's really only two of these in the world. There's one in LA, and this is the one that we have here for Europe.
So this is Iron Man. Well, it's Mark 1 Iron Man, and thank you everyone once again for coming, and you guys better realize that this is something special you see.
So have you enjoyed the exhibition tonight?
Yeah, it's kind of sort of, I'm not the world's biggest comic book fan, but it's sort of interesting seeing all the history as well on these panels.
So what do you think of the exhibition so far?
Oh, I think it's actually really brilliant. I love the Iron Man suit, which is awesome.
Loving the exhibition so far. I've spent quite a bit of money here, which I wasn't supposed to do, but it's for a good cause, I guess.
So what stuff have you been buying?
Just some of the collectibles, the Urban Species t-shirts, and I've got my eye on some of the artwork pieces.
I'm afraid we've come to the end of this issue of Hero Worship, but don't fret, we'll be back with more news, reviews and everything superhero.
Has anyone seen Craig anywhere?
Right, how do you turn this thing off?